What's up, dudes and dudettes? Welcome to another Cobra Kai Fandom breakdown of Season 3. Let's continue what we started with Episode 2 of Season 3 of Cobra Kai, dropping on Netflix on January 8th of 2021. Don't want to give away my recipe on how I did it. It's like Colonel Sanders' recipe, it's a secret. All I can say is that there's a healthy mix of clues I get from official tweets, theories and speculation, with a pinch of fan fiction on top. So let's start with the opening scene. Like last time, the screenplay captions will be on top of the screen. So Miguel opens his eyes as we pick up right where we left it at the end of the season premiere. So one of the nurses says, "We'll call your mom." Later on, Miguel will ask how long he was out. And then we'll ask again, "Who came to see me?" One of the nurses answers, "Well, the whole LaRusso family, especially Samantha LaRusso, Dimitri," and the nurses gives a couple more names. Then Miguel asks, "No one else?" The nurse checks something. No one else on the list of visitors, no. Miguel seems puzzled. Cut to, phone rings as Daniel is running to catch his flight. He's running late, doesn't have time to pick up the phone. He puts his phone through x-rays right when he's getting an SMS. Message pops up on screen from Samantha. It reads, "He just opened his eyes, Dad. He's alive." With a little smiley at the end, because it's Sam, right? Daniel doesn't see it. Cut to, Hawk wants to practice his karate, but real practice this time. So hangs out at a mall on the outskirts of a Californian town somewhere we don't recognize. He hangs out, waits all day for drama, stays right there at the food court, staring at teenagers to spot potential arguments, to intervene and find an excuse to beat someone up, then leaves and crosses the name of the mall on a piece of paper with other names of several other malls yet to visit. Cut to, outside of JDC, Juvenile Detention Center. Robby's got a tracker around his wrist for them to be able to locate him as he's got a restraining order. So he's on a bench outside waiting for an appointment with someone from JDC. He's looking at a photo of himself as a baby in Johnny's arms. He cries, but what we first think are nostalgic tears are not. Looks more like frustration, anger, maybe rage. And out of frame we hear, "Use it." Robby says, "Excuse me?" Robby turns his head. Chris is right there, standing right behind his bench. Chris, "Channel it. Use it, son." Robby, "You're the last person I want to see right now." Chris, "It's not about what you want, but what you need. And you know it. You always knew the day would come." Robby, "What are you talking about, old man?" Chris, "It is time." Robby was ignoring Chris, but looks at him for the first time right in the eyes as he's really ready to listen. And then we cut back to Miguel's hospital room. Miguel's not actually in the room on his hospital bed. We hear loud noises of someone climbing and trying to open the hospital window wider. Johnny manages to get in, sees the empty bed, panics for a second, opens the door, goes in the corridor, grabs a night shift nurse and asks, "Where is he?" The nurse, "Sir, you shouldn't be here." Johnny, "Answer me. Is he?" And then he gets interrupted by the nurse. No, sir. He's awake." Johnny steps back, can't finish what he's saying, overwhelmed by emotion. The nurse asks, "Are you a relative?" And out of frame we hear, "No, he's my sensei." Johnny turns around and sees Miguel on a wheelchair. They stand there for a second, speechless. Johnny looks down at the wheelchair and asks, Are you handicapped?" Miguel, amused, "You mean disabled? That's the politically correct—" "Silence!" gets interrupted by Johnny. "Cut the crap!" Miguel's eyes wide open, filled with hope, and then he says, "No, I'm fine actually. I don't understand, but apparently I should be able to walk soon." Johnny, I can't believe it. Miguel, are you? Sorry. Miguel, no. They keep on interrupting each other. Johnny, I'm glad to see you. Miguel, I knew it was you. Your voice in the dark? I knew it was you. Johnny is obviously overwhelmed by emotion again. He's about to say something as if he wanted to change the mood. "Yeah, I almost died twice trying to climb that damn ventilation shaft." Miguel laughs. Johnny, "Let's get something to eat." Miguel, I can't, not yet. Then we cut to Johnny's wheeling Miguel out of the hospital a couple of nurses chasing them. And then Johnny says, I'll bring him back, I promise, couple of hours, tops. The receptionist is screaming. There's still a couple of nurses trying to catch him. Sir, you can't do that. We'll call the police. Cut to Daniel on the plane looking at old photos of Sato. And there's a man from Japanese descent dressed in a suit, obviously a businessman, and he says, you're not on a business trip, right? Daniel is somewhere else, deep in his thoughts. Huh? Sorry, what? The businessman says, I recognize you. Yeah, from the commercials with the bonsai. We kicked the competition. Daniel fakes a smile. Businessman, Mr. LaRusso, if you don't mind me asking, looking at photos, this time you're not here for fun and karate moves, right? Daniel, yeah, you're right. Daniel doesn't volunteer any more information and doesn't rebound on the question. He looks sad, immersed in his thoughts. The businessman asks, is everything all right? Daniel, yeah. Let's just say that there's a time when life gives. Daniel keeps on flipping through black and white photos. One of Mr. Miyagi, one of Sato, and then resumes what he's saying. And if you live long enough, there's a time where it starts taking away. Businessman says, I see. Sorry I asked. Daniel, no, don't worry. That's okay. Businessman, I only know the businessman on TV. Now I get to see the real you. Between our personal and professional lives, we just gotta find, Daniel interrupts. Balance? Businessman, right, exactly. Otherwise, life takes over, time passes by, years are gone, and the moment is over. Daniel looks through the window as if he's ready to end the conversation. And we see the clouds outside the aircraft morph into that Okinawa shot. Cut to Silver and Tory in a dark office, only led by neon lights. The strip club can be seen in the background. The music is muffled by soundproof window. Silver asks, is it about your mom? The wire should have cleared by now. I don't... And Tory interrupts. Terry, I'm not here for that. In the room, there are other people working for Silver. They kind of giggle behind his back. One of the bouncers says, I didn't know you had a sweet little nickname, boss. Silver, shut the pie hole, Frank. Frank, okay, sorry, Mr. Silver. Tory, I can call you Mr. Silver if you prefer. Then mumbles to herself, maybe I'd prefer that. Silver, you don't work for me. Why are you here anyway? Tory, we need to talk. Cut to Johnny and Miguel inside their favorite diner having something to eat. Miguel says, everything's the same, but I feel different. I was out for just a few days, but Johnny, you were gone for too long, and I thought you were gone, just gone. Miguel's obviously moved. Should we order? Miguel looks at the menu and says, even the menu's changed. Johnny, everything has. He looks down. Johnny looks up, looks right into Miguel's eyes. Everything has changed. Cut to, we're inside a parking lot and we hear someone say, no mercy, strike first, use your anger, channel it. What you're looking for, son, is right through that door. Chris and Robby are right in the middle of a dark, empty parking lot, and after opening the door, we see crowds of people, noise, and the hustle and bustle of a mall. Chris says, revenge is good energy. Use it to defeat your opponent and become the best. Chris looks right at Robby. On your right, son. Robby takes a couple of steps forward and finds himself inside a mall, and on his right stands Hawk. Chris disappears as he goes back to the parking lot. We hear the door shut. Robby looks at Hawk. Hawk breaks the silence. Finally, someone my size was getting a little tired of beating up cheerleaders. There's a side smile on Robby's face. Then he asks, no holding back? Hawk winks. Hell no. And they start fighting. First punch and credits. So that's it for episode 2, guys. Tell me what you think, what you would see happen differently. I feel pretty strongly about it, but I'm obviously completely open to your suggestions. I'm already working on episode 3. Please comment, give me ideas, your theories about episode 3. You will be credited if your theory makes it to the next episode breakdown. And as always, share, like, comment, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Subscribe, hit the bell button for notifications, and until next time, dudes and dudettes, live long. And one more thing, sorry, I almost forgot. I'm also working on the final part of the Cobra Kai animated film, which should be out pretty soon, but make sure to see the latest episode featuring Mike Barnes. Yes, Mike Barnes himself. First appearance of Mike Barnes' character since 1989 is actually on this cartoon, which is pretty amazing. So make sure to check it out. Give me all your support so that you take this channel to the 7K mark. And going back to what I was saying, until next time, dudes and dudettes, live long and strike first. Kirk out.